RL members, Roadracing Lounge, we are here on this Monday evening. Dragon Productions bringing another YouTube video. This is going to be our third one. I want to thank a few sponsors before we start this video. Roadracing World Magazine, John Ulrich, Chris Ulrich, Natalie Ulrich, David Schwartz, all of you. Thank you again for all the great support over the years. I want to thank Orion Helmets for always keeping my head safe and everybody else's head safe over the years. And just Scott's With the Wheels, Sprocket Speed Shop, Bud Light for giving us some cold cervezas here. Appreciate it. In this video, I just kind of wanted to go over some of the great things that happened over the weekend in motorcycle road racing. We've got World Superbike, that was from the Portugal World Superbike round. Jonathan Ray was on a tear. Jonathan Ray ended up extending his points lead, ended up getting first in the first race and second in the second race. Bautista ended up winning round 2 of the second race on his Ducati. Really close battle between Ray and Bautista this year. It has just been fierce, so it's really been good to watch those guys really progress and give something to the fans. You know, these guys have really been pushing hard and just awesome racing all the way around in World Superbike. So hoping all that, you know, continues to keep growing, and I believe there's 6 races left in the season. So Jonathan Ray is looking to go after his 5th World Superbike title aboard the Kawasaki, and he will be beating Carl Fogarty's 4th. Carl Fogarty had 4 world titles, so definitely going to be cool to see Jonathan Ray make some history in World Superbike in 2019. Going into the Moto America races this weekend at New Jersey, you couldn't really ask for anything better. The racing was awesome in all the classes: Superbike, Twins Cup competition, the Junior Twins Cup, the Junior Liquid Moly Junior Cup. You have Moto America Super Sport and, of course, Moto America Super Stock. Kind of wanted to start with, we'll go to the Twins. We're going to do Twins. We'll do the Junior Twins Cup. Rocco Landers seals the deal and wins the championship for the Twins Cup, for the Junior Moly Twins Cup, and he was just on fire all season long aboard that Cowie, and everything was going really smooth with him. It was really cool to see Damian Gigaloff get his ride with the Quarterly Racing. He ended up getting a podium out of the deal. Jackson Blackman was another, key star in that, so really cool to see Jackson Blackman really in the mix, and we're going to get to him a little later for the Twins Cup. So just a great, great crowd of racing right there. I was able to go to Road Atlanta, watch these kids just really progress into the sport. So really neat to see that. Next, we're going to go to Moto America Superbike. What can I say? Great racing all around. The Team Monster Energy Yamaha team went on a tear, and they were going really strong all weekend. Garrett Gerloff grabs another win this season for them. Second race, of course, goes to Cameron Bobier. And, of course, Yamaha goes out with J.D. Beach getting, I believe it was a 3rd in the first race and a 2nd in the second race. So my hat's off to J.D. Beach. Really an impressive ride, as usual, for him aboard the Attack Racing Yamaha R1 machine. And it was really neat to see Matthew Schultz aboard the Team Yamalu Westby machine as well. So a lot of great things just going on in the Moto America Superbike title chase. As we see, Tony Elias, I believe, is down to a 16-point lead. So it's really cool to see Elias probably going to, hopefully, with 2 races left, anything's possible. Anything can happen. Everybody goes, man, we can get a DNF. Anything can happen. But Bobier is still in the hunt. I believe it's a 16-point lead, like I was saying. So it's going to be really cool seeing them go at it in Barber in about 2 weeks' time. So hopefully it's going to be good. I like to see Yamaha win it. I'm not a huge Suzuki fan, but I love Suzuki. It's fun. But I believe Tony Elias knows what he needs to do to get the job done. And, hats off to Tony this year. The Yoshimura Suzuki's really been running good for all those guys, and Cameron had a little bit of mishaps here and there, but Garrett Gerloff's really been a good surprise this year, and we'll see what happens with Garrett and the rest of the crew when they go into Barber for the final round in 2 weeks' time. Going to Moto America Super Sport, PJ Jacobson aboard his Yamaha, I think it's the HSBK Yamaha. They were really going strong all weekend on that R6. Bobby Fong thinking championship, of course. I believe he came home with 2 second places, so that was really good for Bobby Fong on the Team M4 X-Star Suzuki team, run by John Ulrich and Chris Ulrich. Those guys have really been putting a really good package, with Bobby all season long, and Bobby's just maturing with each race. He wants to bring this title home. Been super confident with just everything he's been doing this season, and it's really cool to see, just him going after it like usual. Sean Dillon Kelly had a really good run. I believe he ended up getting 3rd on race 1, and then, of course, had a little bit of a scuffle with Hayden Gillum in race 2, which was kind of questionable. It's been a big Facebook item. I just read a press release from JD Beach was, stating Hayden and his relationship with Hayden, and kind of, Hayden, in my opinion, Hayden is a great rider. Everybody can kind of get a little more aggressive out there than usual, but it's racing. If you don't like it, don't watch. Hayden is a little bit of aggressive rider, but hey, he had a good, it's all good. Sean Dillon Kelly, I understood his side of it as well. So Sean's a young, hungry, kid that's really been, hazing from South Florida, and just doing a great job this season for the Team M4 X-Stars Duke team. So, it sucks the way it all went down, but Sean Dillon Kelly's still young. He's going to be there the next round, and things happen in racing, and he's going to be there. So he's definitely somebody to watch out for in the future. But the Super Sport Championship is pretty alive. I think Bobby Huang should take it. Pat Barber, fingers crossed, everything should go well for him. But that'll be really good for the veteran rider. Now we're going to go to Moto America Twins Cup. What a weekend that was. Alex Dumas and Jackson Blackman really going after it in the race. That was the big, protocol right there. They were really just after each event, man, each lap. Everything was going smooth, so it was really good to see that. Those young, hungry riders right there. I believe Dumas has got a 27-point lead now in the championship. Local Florida rider Michael Barnes was having a qualified second place on his Dale Quarterly Racing Ducati Fast by Farachi machine, and just had a little bit of a mishap, it seems. Barnes has been, ended up losing that huge lead he had at Sonoma. The bike had mechanical, so kind of just going over that. I really feel for Barnes. I'm really good friends with that guy, and it sucks that it, went down like that, but he'll be racing for second probably in the championship this year, which would be awesome for him. I know he was wanting to get that top spot, but with 2 DNFs this season, things happen. And I know he's going to be in the hunt, and hopefully next year for 2020 he can get a deal for next year, and maybe things can look up for him. So we'll see what happens with that. But a great race all around. A lot of great contenders there. But Dumas and Blackman were the head of the show right there, and it was really cool to see Team M4 Suzuki get the victory right there, and Dumas opens up his championship points lead. Going to Super Stock, Moto America Super Stock 1000 class. It's always been a really good season, and good to see all those guys all season long just progressing. It was Andrew Lee who ended up wrapping up the 2019 Moto America Super Stock 1000 title for his Kawasaki ZX-10R. Corey Zimner, I believe, was in the hunt there for a little bit. For this round, he's been kind of missing in a few rounds, but hopefully for 2020 he'll be back in the mix. Stefano Mesa, Florida hero, one of the guys that we really talk about here at RRL. Super nice guy, ended up getting third in the race. Had a little bit of a mishap at Pittsburgh, really sucked. He was in there and just got taken out. Things happen, and he was still with the title hunt right there, but he's been real consistent all season long. So my hat's off to Mesa and the whole Mesa crew. And they did a hell of a job this year. So hopefully going to Barber, they'll wrap it up right there. And hopefully they can ended up getting second, hopefully in the championship. So that'll be nice and a career booster for him going into 2020. So if anybody's looking for a good rider, everybody look out for Stefano Mesa. I'm a huge Mesa fan. Also want to mention Frankie Babushka. He ended up getting a 4th place finish in the race, which was awesome to see Frankie, man, up in the mix. Known Frankie for a long time. So it was really cool to see Mesa get third, and of course Babushka right there in the hunt. The weekend prior to this, he was in Babushka was in CCS racing at New Jersey, and he was setting some really fast times. Ended up getting a lap record there and had the bike set up, but I talked to him a little bit this morning, and he said the bike was just not there. So things happen for a reason, and as I read on Facebook, if you ever follow Babushka Racing, things happen for a reason, and just the bike just wasn't there for him. But finished off with a solid 4th place finish, so congrats to him. Really good. Care to add anything, Dragon?
Nice. Well, I only want to add that it's unfortunate when somebody's machine doesn't perform up to their abilities.
Right.
It sucks for the rider, but it is unfortunate. It always happens when you ride a motorcycle.
It seemed like that. There's a lot of different things that happened in New Jersey. Sam Federico on his YZF-R1 ended up going over the handlebars. Just one of those things where the controls got in the way right there, and he went over the handlebars. Garrett Gerloff couldn't even start the second race in Moto America just for the fact that he had a head injury, and it was a pretty serious crash. It looked like. So Moto America officials, did the scan on him, and he wasn't cleared to race for race 2. So things happen for a reason. But he really did a good job this year, and can't really discount him out too much. It was a contract year for him. I know he's looking to be hungry for Barber. I know he's looking to maybe hopefully grab those 2 wins, and he wants to keep that Yamaha seat, and to keep these seats now, you got to win for the factories. So he's really proven that this year. So it's really cool to see Garrett, on the top of the box and getting it done and showing Elias and Bobia, hey, you guys aren't the only guys in town here, man. We're going to keep kicking ass and taking names.
Yeah.
So it's really good. But the racing all this weekend was fantastic. You couldn't ask for any better racing. Unfortunately, RRL will not be at the final round for Moto America at Barber, but RRL will be at Barber Vintage Fest in 3 weeks coming up, I believe. It's 4th, 5th, and 6th. So we'll be out there for the whole weekend hanging out. I'm looking to bring the 72 H1500, one of my favorite bikes in the garage, and looking to. I've been going now for I think it started 2008, 2006 or 2007 it started. I started going about 2012, really just going to that event, and I'm just hooked, man. Every year it's something cool. There's so many different vintage motorcycles and a lot just going on. So yeah, if you've never been to Barber Vintage Fest, check it out for Vintage Fest. Go to their website, barbermotorsportspark.com. Check out everything they have going on, and it's just amazing. Go check out the museum. Go hang out and drink beer with people. Talk to old legendary racers. Bring a two-stroke out. Bring a 90s, 80s bike out. Show them what you got, That's where these bikes really shine. And the enthusiasm is just amazing. As we see at different bike nights around here, it's a lot different up there. Everybody's kind of passionate about the same eras. So it's really neat to see that. So definitely looking forward to it.
When are the races at Barber?
I believe it's going to be September 21st or 22nd for the Barber Moto America races.
Okay.
So that'll be there,
Nice.
which would be awesome. Like I said, unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to make both of the events. I'm not going to be able to make. I had to pick one or the other. So I did pick Vintage Fest just for the fact that I enjoy my time over there. It's really cool to kind of, commemorate and talk to people, past legends. So really neat to do that. Daytona, of course, I believe it's going to be 19th and the 21st of, could be 16th, 17th. I got to look at it again. But it's going to be one of those dates, second weekend of October. By Oktoberfest to Daytona, RRL will be set up in their normal camp spot in the infield by the old dog leg by the new tunnel. So if anybody wants to come by, hang out with Roadracing Lounge and talk to some people. We'll always have different racers come by. We're always drinking beer, having a good time, and talking a lot of smack.
Talking bikes.
Talking bikes, drinking beers,
Yeah.
and looking at women.
I like it.
I do too, That's what this page is all about. I always tell people, I go, look, it's an adventure. We enjoy everything here, and we try to bring everything back. We try to bring the history back. As you see, we got leathers everywhere. We've got tons of history. So just really neat. Looking to have a few more, hopefully have some more guests here. We've been kind of talking about that a little bit. So patience with that. Things are going to grow, but I appreciate everybody's support for RRL 3.0. It's just an amazing deal. As we've talked about, I always tell people, man, mention questions. What can we do to make things better around here? So, yeah, all the feedback is great.
I think we're growing as we go. Each episode, it's different.
I think we are too. I think it's going to keep doing what it needs to do. And
Yeah.
of course, we get some more guests here. It'd be awesome.
Yes, I love the guest idea.
Yeah, guests are
Yeah.
great. And like I said, the people that really support the lounge, and just thank you to everybody. We just try to keep it good, and looking forward to 2020. Next year's gonna be a good year for Roadracing Lounge. Looking to hit a lot more races, and there's some big things in the works. I'm not gonna mention all of them right now, but got a few cool things in the works, and this will include Dragon and a lot of different people in the industry, and just trying to get more more into it with everybody. And if people keep liking what we're doing here, we're gonna continue to do it. So a lot of great people involved. Yeah, man.
Cheers. Great environment.
I appreciate it, Dragon. I really do, man. Things are going really good, and yeah, man, that's basically what we have for the night. I appreciate everybody's support with the lounge, and check it out on Facebook, Roadracing Lounge, and YouTube channel. Everything's going smooth, man. We're gonna keep having a good time. Yes,
Thank
sir.
you for all the watchers and all the viewers that's following us.
I think we're 14 subscribers now.
So far, yeah.
Yeah, 14
When we have
subscribers,
other
that's not
videos,
bad, so.
Yeah, that's very good.
And the content will keep getting better and better. So
Yeah.
as we're gonna do these videos, we're gonna add more things. So it's gonna be really good.
Yeah.
Thank you guys. I really appreciate the support.